Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new, and welcome to my March reset situation. So in today's video, we're gonna be talking about a bunch of different things. We're gonna talk about how February went. All of this pretty much like as it relates to kind of how I planned for February to go and how February actually went. And then we're gonna talk about my plans for March. So we're gonna talk about how our budget went and how like the business stuff went. We're gonna talk about all of that in today's video. So if that is of interest to you, then please keep watching. Okay, so first up, for the first thing that I plan out in February each month is really just like my personal month. So I have a monthly spread for that. I've had one of these for as long as I can remember. I'm currently planning digitally, but I've always had a monthly planner of some sort because that is the type of life that I live. So I planned out my personal month, if you will. Because I'm technically like the purpose of me purchasing this planner was for work. It actually has my work meetings and also my personal stuff. So just to kind of give you like an overview, the things that are highlighted in green, those are supposed to be work things. Also the things that are highlighted in gray are supposed to be work things as well, but that's pretty much my assignment. So as we all know, I am a special type of counselor and I am employed by the school district, and so I have multiple assignments. Let's just put it like that. I have a video update coming soon regarding my new job, but basically I serve a bunch of different facilities and schools. Thus, I was trying to kind of map out, you know, where I was supposed to be. I have been working this job for almost 2 months now, so I kind of have a clue. So I don't really have to plan that out, as you'll see in March. So anyway, that's what that was, in case you're wondering what the random letters were at the top of the days. And then the purple things highlighted in purple or even pink were the personal shenanigans. Many of them anyway, not like all of them, but for the most part, that is, you know, what was happening in the month of February. So in February, I got my hair done, and I'll probably get my hair done again in March because that's just been a thing. I did a YouTube live. We went on a date night, which was planned by me, which honestly, I didn't really plan it. We kind of just winged it, and that was that on that. I went to lunch with my coworkers. I bought my dress from David's Bridal because I'm gonna be in my sister's wedding soon in a couple months. Lady went for a temperament test. So we decided last minute that we were gonna go to Maryland, to Upper Marlboro specifically, for my friend's birthday because we hadn't seen them since her last birthday shenanigan, which was pre-COVID. So it seemed like, you know, a cool last minute thing to do. So that's what we did. And you'll see that reflected in our budget 100%. So anyway, it was kind of crunch time, a last minute thing. We had to figure out where Lady was going to go. She has been with us for a year and we have housed her for basically the whole year. But homegirl had to be boarded. So we boarded her, and that's why we have a temperament test on here. And then I had a doctor's appointment, but it was rescheduled to March, which I have a bone to pick with my doctor. They called me and they were like, hey, can you come at 2 instead of 3? And I was like, nah, I got stuff to do. I'm at work. And then they were like, oh, okay, well, we'll just reschedule you. And I'm like, what? I said, okay, but why would we not just keep my appointment at 3? They said that there was going to be a large gap in like between appointments, so they weren't trying to be there at 3 o'clock is basically what I heard. So we rescheduled me, and I'm like, okay, so I'll never schedule for after work. I'll always schedule now before work. I always scheduled early in the morning back when I didn't work on Friday at my previous job. So yeah, now I'm gonna definitely do my appointment. I don't have time for reschedules. Like this has been a thing for months. Don't come trying to reschedule on the day of for that particular reason. So yeah, either I'm gonna go in the mornings before work or something like that. So anyway, that was rescheduled, and then that was pretty much it. I wanted to submit a form to my student loan folks, didn't do that. I did, you guys, the best thing that, well, not the best thing. There are 2 great things that happened in February. One was that I got on the scale, and between my last doctor appointment, which was like 3 months ago, and now in last week when I weighed myself, when I was about to go to the doctor, I was down 14.4 pounds. I thought that was pretty impressive. So because I got an extra week, I might be down like 15 pounds, perhaps. We'll have to see, because my appointment is later this week. Anywho, that was probably the most exciting thing about February. But as we all know, I have been working towards getting my independent licensure for literal years, like 4 years, I feel like. And I submitted all of my things in February, and that was something that I had been procrastinating on. So all I have to do is get approved, go take this exam, pass it, because, you know, that's just what I'm claiming. Also, I don't study for tests, so I have no choice but to claim passing tests. And then your girl will be licensed independently. So I am here for that. So I did do that. I did not schedule my COVID booster. I tried to do it in January. Couldn't find my vaccination card. They need that. So I was kind of like, whatever. So I do still, I don't even know, it's almost been a year. So at this point, do I get a COVID booster or do I get like another shot? Who really knows at this point? But I would like to work out that. Although, you know, the CDC just said we can, like 80% of us can stop wearing masks inside. So I don't know if I need a COVID booster. I don't know. Who knows? I didn't sell my MacBook. For those wondering, my MacBook is trash. It doesn't work. It hasn't worked in about a year. Apple said it'll cost about $700 to get it replaced. I only pay $800 some for it to begin with, and I bought it new. So she's just been sitting. So I was thinking I could sell her for parts, or I could get her replaced. But I kind of bought this iPad to use as a computer, so I'm kind of over it. So anywho, didn't sell that. I did not contact Ashley Furniture. I'm also kind of over it because if you watched our March video, budget video, I'm thinking that we will not do we'll stop our additional investing for March and then maybe pay off Ashley and just be done with it. The reason why I was going to contact Ashley, it's a long story, but basically I was trying to make sure that we were on track to avoid paying any interest, only because we actually purchased multiple things at multiple times, and we have to have those things paid off in a certain amount of time to not have to pay interest. But I'm kind of over it, so I'm just gonna like pay off the whole card likely and just be done with Ashley, I guess. Although there's something that I want there, but maybe we'll just cash flow it and purchase it in cash. And then we did not schedule with our CPA. Literally just got the W-2 yesterday from my husband's current job. And I just got my W-2 a couple days ago from my previous job. And I still, so anyway, all of that to say that there was no taxes that we could file because we didn't have our W-2s. So that was pretty much a rundown of the month. If you go to the February overview, basically it kind of just includes everything that I just said to you, like all the things that we wanted to do. I am still in the process of decluttering, organizing, and deep cleaning this whole house. Why I thought I was going to do this whole house in 3 days, I'm not sure. I started December. I was off of work for 3 weeks or so around December. For whatever reason, I thought that I would start this project on like December 28th and finish by the end of the year. That's laughable because it's almost March. And I've come a long way. Like if y'all could see, follow me on Instagram, I always show my home over there. She's decluttered and organized and cleaned in certain areas, but basically the whole upstairs needs work. So still in the process of doing that. Did not pay off Ashley or the feds or the state because we could not file our taxes to pay our taxes. Did not release any kits or bundles, and I did not purchase my friend a birthday gift. That's because she just had a baby, and she also she's not really a gift person, so she wants to go to brunch this week in March, even though her birthday was in February, because she's like all healed and whatnot from having the baby. So my gift to her will be like brunch or some drinks or food or something like that. So I didn't purchase a tangible gift because I can't really think of one. Plus she doesn't want one anyway, but I like to give people what they want. But then I also like to give them like a little tangible gift, even if it's like a gift card. But she's more like an experience type of person, so it'll all work out. And I did not complete my capsule wardrobe. As we all know, I'm building a capsule wardrobe. It's coming together nicely, but I have a few more things that I need to purchase, especially as we transition into spring. Make no mistake, spring here in Georgia is treacherous. It's not like your average spring, you know, it's hot. It's 90 degrees on some days already, and it's not even spring. So I just need to kind of work out the kinks there as it relates to my capsule wardrobe. So anywho, that is pretty much what I did or didn't get done. I did enjoy stretching every day. So every day since I've started this job, I did it at my previous job too, but I've been intentional about it at this job because I wake up much earlier. So I just need to like loosen up and like have some time to myself. I get up before my husband, mainly because it takes me longer to get dressed than him, even though we leave at the same time. So I've been enjoying, you know, doing what I have to do in the morning, having some me time. I did not read a book. I'm supposed to get into reading. I'm supposed to get into reading. And even if I don't get into reading, I still want to like read, you know, like even if I never become an avid reader, I still would like to read at least a couple books per year, but I didn't read the book. We're supposed to read the book together in my defense. So we need to do that. And my husband brought it up the other day. So we need to do it, but we haven't done it. And then I'll show you guys in a minute. I did hit my goal of hitting 10K steps at least 3 times per week. So I love that for me. And then I did not start my new hobby. So that's something that I would like to do. I think that it kind of makes sense to maybe do it in the summer. I don't know what we're going to do for the summer, y'all. We're going to be off for the summers, both of us. And we're trying to like plan out what we're going to do. But yeah, it's going to be interesting for us to be off in the summer. Okay, on to the bill tracker. We paid all of our bills. That's pretty much all that I have to say about that. On to February 2022 finances. So when we chatted, we said we were going to bring in $3,922 from our full-time jobs. Somehow, that's because I didn't know. I was getting my first paycheck in February. I didn't know what I was going to bring in. I kind of budgeted on the lower side as far as my income. And we ended up, from our full-time jobs, both of them, bringing in $4,744.31. From the business, we were going to pay ourselves $3,078. We paid ourselves $3,192.01. And then we were not planning for any miscellaneous income. However, we got $152.36 in miscellaneous income, with the vast majority of that, I think we had a refund for like $20. And then some of that is our sinking funds. So we use money from our sinking funds. And then, so how that works is that we paid that money to ourselves. So we swiped our credit card, because we use our credit card for almost all of our purchases. And then I just transferred the money that we used from our sinking funds account to our checking account. And then I just paid off what we spent, just paid off the credit card for what was spent, if that makes sense. So as you can see, green, we're either over budget green, we're either on budget or under budget. Red is over budget. Water decided they were going to bump up the bill $1.10 or whatnot. So we're going to pay, the February and March bills were both $37.70. So I'm assuming that's their bump. My doggy's wellness plan, I was thinking was going to be $55.35, but it's actually $57.35. We spent way more for shopping than we anticipated. Partially, I have to say, I don't really have any excuse. I'm not here to like justify our spending necessarily, but I have to say, inflation really hit me hard in February. Like I feel like as I was ordering our groceries and like buying things, you can visibly tell in February, like it's been creeping up the past year, our grocery bill and all of that, but you could visibly see, I could visibly notice how inflation is robbing me blind, us blind in the month of February. It was, apparent. I'm not here for it. Sinking funds. So basically what happened for sinking funds, if you go to the savings section, you see sinking funds, that animal is always thirsty when I'm filming a video. I can't. She's gulping down water. The people are building houses. They're building like 10 houses in my backyard practically. So I'm trying to like talk over both of them. So bear with me. Anyway, for sinking funds, we budgeted that we were going to set aside $846.83. That's best case scenario if we don't use any of our sinking funds money. However, we went on this trip impromptu. We had to board the doggy and all these other things. So we actually only ended up saving $232.20 from the amount that we were budgeting to save. Therefore, if you go down to the miscellaneous, I added that category, you'll see $748.53 is what we actually, because I kind of changed the sinking funds total as the month went on, but basically $748.53 is what we spent from our sinking funds. So that gives us a, if you go down to the end of the month, you'll see that our estimated income was $7,000. Our actual was $8,088.68. Estimated expenses were $7,000 because we do an every dollar budget, and then our actual expenses were the same as our actual income because we do an every dollar budget. So technically, I guess we will sometimes be over budget, but not really, because even when we're over budget, normally we just pay ourselves more from the business. I try to pay like the least amount. Basically, all I need for the business to cover is pretty much $2,000, which is our additional investing. It doesn't really need to cover anything else, because with our with the side hustle, the business and all of that, the goal is just to, like, as we're earning money, to just save, invest that money, pay off debt. And so our technical goal right now each month is $2,000 to invest additionally into, is for the purposes of an early retirement. So we don't have any grand goals for that, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So anywho, that is that on that. What's funny is I was looking at this clock situation, the timer thing, the countdown on my camera, thinking that I had been talking for 8 minutes, but really it's counting down from like 20 minutes. So I had been talking for like 13 minutes. So this video is already shaping up to be quite lengthy, but onward we march. Flipping the page. So that means that I probably should not do these videos together, unless y'all want to watch a 30-minute video. Let me know. Maybe I'll put timestamps. Maybe that'll help. But I'm kind of embarrassed that I've been chatting about February for 18 minutes. It makes me want to split this video into two. It's giving me anxiety. Let's keep going. So all of our bills were paid. Our goals were to invest $2,000 and invest 15% of our paychecks. That is what we did. We actually invested a little bit more than $2,000 because I have auto pay set up for one of our investment accounts that we manage ourselves, that our financial advisor doesn't manage. So we actually invested a little bit more. So we wanted to purchase my friend a gift, which we did, and we went to her home to celebrate with her. I did not purchase my other friend a gift. I did plan our Valentine's Day date. I did not confirm with Ashley, didn't file taxes, did not schedule with our CPA. Next up, you see an online order tracker. Only ordered 3 things in the month of February. Next, you see all of my other trackers. So as you can see, I was trying to kind of, keep up with my sleep, my hydration. For whatever reason, at the end of February, I was like, okay, I'm gonna fill up a 32-ounce bottle of water each day, take it to work, and if it's empty, that means I've hit my goal. And so that's what I did. I have reason to believe I did drink more than 32 ounces on different days, but I couldn't really keep up with it because I couldn't really recall if I drank 32 ounces. But like, if you fill a cup up that's 32 ounces and you empty it, then you know you've drank 32 ounces at least. Wellness tracker, I like to track when I'm walking, exercising, cleaning. By cleaning, I really mean like deep cleaning. Like when I'm really cleaning, then I can get lots and lots of steps. Track my 10K steps, which is funny because today, there's certain places where I go where I'll get a lot of steps. Like right now it's 5 p.m. and I'm at 8,500 steps, and I just got home from work like an hour ago or so, and I haven't done anything since I've been home, so I've gotten all of my steps at work. So there are certain days, which I'm noticing by tracking this, in certain schools and days where I will get, a lot of steps. Anyway, track my period, medication, and no spend, and I fell off with keeping track of low carbs. Same thing, if I'm not being mindful and like kind of counting them, then I can't really reflect back on my day correctly and like really process what I've eaten. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I have to like really keep up with the carbs or the calories or the steps or whatever it is to be able to kind of know whether I hit my goal, because I can't just, I don't know. I don't know if I don't track it. Okay, for the business, I had a goal of putting out a certain amount of videos, but I didn't necessarily do that. I try to put out one video per week. I try to publish on Wednesdays, as we all know, if you're watching this video, and Sundays. But life lifes, and sometimes she lifes hard, and I can't keep up. So I did skip one day because life passed me by, but I was able to put out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos. So I love that for me instead of the 8. Regarding the kind of like goals or tasks, I did get one sponsorship. I had 2 sponsored videos actually in the month of February. I did not reconcile the budget as of yet. I did not post my second sponsored North One stuff because we have to figure out when we're going to do that. I was thinking it would happen in February, but it didn't, which is fine. I did not activate Coinbase, and I did not put my shop on vacation mode. But pretty much, February went well as far as, as far as everything goes relating to the business and YouTube and social media and all of that. Here's a transaction tracker. I showed this a few videos ago. I just track certain transactions here, not all of the business transactions. I did not track any personal transactions in my iPad for February. I was trying to, and the days kept getting by me, and it was a hot mess, so I gave up, and it shows. But that's February, you guys. That's how February went down, and I'm proud of February. Let's talk about March. Okay, so March, I brought in some St. Patty's Day decor, really just this picture that I downloaded from Google, and I imported it in here. So that's pretty much how that worked. This is March. I have lots of IAP meetings. I have lots of brand meetings that I put on here just so I don't forget them, but they're also replicated in my like business, not planner, but like business calendar that you'll see in a minute. I have my nail appointments on here. I'm going to a planner meetup, so that's exciting. I'm going to a drag brunch. So remember, my friend wants to go to brunch, and so she wants to go to a drag brunch. And so that's what she wants to do for her birthday and for her first time out since giving birth. And I'm here for it. 13th, you guys, is the daylight savings time. I'm here for it because it getting dark at 6 is not a vibe for me. Let's see. Oh, I got invited. So I'm kind of getting acclimated to my new job. I've been hanging out with my little team, my little coworkers quite frequently, but I have not ventured off into hanging out with anyone else. I wasn't aware that other people hung out, but I got invited to what is called Thirsty Thursdays at one of the schools, and I think I'm gonna go. Traditionally, I would not, because I'm not here for after work shenanigans throughout the week. I'm an old grandma, but I think I'm gonna go just to foster, fellowship. So anyway, that's a thing. And that's pretty much all that I have as of right now. All that I have to do. I pulled over pretty much the same things that I didn't, at the bottom that says where it says this month, kind of like goals. I pulled those over from last month because, well, they didn't get done, so I pulled them over. As you can see, this is kind of like an overview. I have important dates. Basically, I have a bunch of appointments. I didn't mention that. I have my annual OBGYN, my biannual dental appointment, and since my primary care physician rescheduled from last week, also in March, I have my primary care physician. This is going to be a 3-month checkup though. So I have all of those. Traditionally, I get my eyes checked yearly too, but it's kind of pointless. I mean, I pay, it's free if you pay for, it's covered if you pay for us because we pay for vision insurance. But it's kind of like a waste of time because I don't wear glasses or contacts. And so I might schedule that and go ahead and go. But I think we went in like July, so we probably can't go. I don't know when we went, but I'm feeling like we won't go until like the summer. So anywho, there's that on that. Pretty much the same stuff going on, you guys. I think I want to go to a comedy show to see Mike Epps. Again, inflation. These floor tickets are $128. Now, I'll pay that to see, Lil Wayne, J. Cole, a rap concert because rap is life. But to see Mike Epps, especially since when we saw him there last time, a few years ago, tickets were like $65 for the floor. Now I don't have to sit on the floor, but the cheapest tickets are $62 and they're in the nosebleed. So that just goes to show you what inflation is like, I guess. But I noticed that. I'm like, I love to travel and stay in hotels and go out to eat and go to concerts especially, but the prices are so much higher than what I'm used to. So I want to go for fun, but the price is not hitting. So there's that. The only major thing that I want to do this month is nothing extra, meaning I do not want to do anything. Like, I just want to have a chill month. I'm not here for, and plus I can't figure out my schedule. So I do work 40 hours a week now, as opposed to my previous job where I worked 32. So I knew that that was going to kind of throw a wrench. Is that the term? Throw a wrench into what, my life and my schedule. But I still can't seem to figure out how every day after work, there's something for me to do with my side hustle. We walk every day, mainly for exercise, because it's my favorite form, but also we have a dog who needs exercise. So that happens every day, except for today. I'm going to skip because I'm doing this video and I have to edit it. And then we have to do dinner if we haven't prepared dinner. So we have to worry about that. So the only thing left outside of getting ready for work the next day, showering and kind of chilling and doing that whole thing is I try to reserve some time for side hustling. Well, I just can't seem to figure out how or why I have side hustle stuff to do every evening. It's kind of like it hasn't slowed up, but I'm working more at my full-time job. So it's really taking a toll on me. I mean, obviously I'm staying afloat, as you can tell by hopefully this video going up tomorrow on its right day, Wednesday, March the 2nd. But anywho, so I can't really commit to doing a bunch of extra things. And this lighting is changing, which is stressing me out, but let's keep going. Let's talk about not our budget, but just as a recap, I have a whole March video for our budget that you can check out. But just for reference, we're budgeting $7,000 and we plan to spend all of it in the month of March because we do an every dollar budget. So we're not going to actually spend all of it, but all of that money will go someplace. Just check out our March video. Don't really need to talk about our March financial goals really, but just for in case anyone doesn't want to watch that full video, same goals as February: investing $2,000, investing 15% of our paychecks. I need to purchase my niece a gift, which I don't think I marked her birthday on the main calendar. Not that I'll forget, but hopefully we can go ahead and file our taxes. I need to figure out my copay and my doggy's copays for me, probably copays actually, since my appointment was changed. So I'll probably have a copay maybe for the dentist, maybe, and then for my doctor. I don't think for my OBGYN. And then I already completed one of these goals. I wanted to create a cozy corner, therefore spending the money to create a cozy corner at work in my office, and I did that already, so I love that. Bill pay tracker, I brought it over after I finished updating it for February, so I can delete it from February now if I want. And brought over a clean online order tracker so I can track online orders. Brought over my trackers, going to track the same things. This is kind of like what I am hoping for the month of March for my business or social media stuff. And the videos are on Wednesday and Sunday at the bottom of the little squares. And those are the videos that I'm aiming to put out in the month of March. But we know how that goes. I might change up my mind as far as the order, or I might not want to film a certain video, but I like to have a general idea of which videos that I want to do in each month before the month starts, or at the top of the month. Business tasks are actually pretty much the same. I aim for 2 sponsorships per month. I need to reconcile the business budget each month, so on and so forth. This is my kind of half a year at a glance, 3/4 of the year at a glance situation for my videos. So I prepped them here first and then I pulled them over into the sheet that we just looked at. I brought over my transaction tracker for my business expenses and income and stuff like that. Again, I only track certain things here. of basically the things that don't go to the business account, because I haven't set it up to where it's going to the business account yet. So I just kind of left those alone because I know that those are going to be expenses that I will eventually track. So I just left them there. And that is it. So I think the video was about 25 minutes. Kind of rushed through it, but it's fine. So that is, that's it. I was really trying to beat the sunlight, you guys, but I didn't. I missed it by literally that much. Like the sun just went down like 10 minutes ago. So that's why my lighting changed, which I do not like. But anyway, that's my March reset. So I'm ready for March. I'm all planned out for March. We could have planned together, but there was so much to plan and I was overwhelmed that I hadn't planned by today. Today's March the 1st. So I just took some time at work, like during my lunch break and random times, to kind of map out and plan out March. And then I decided to film this video at the end of the day. So I'm going to go edit this video now. You should see it tomorrow, prayerfully. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and how it was, you know, structured and put together. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Again, I hope that you guys enjoyed it and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.